Okay, hello everyone. I'm going to start a brand new game and show you some little tips about the start of the game, I suppose. Let's do it on survival and make it interesting. Those of you who are on console, on this screen you'll see some percentages. That's just how much it's loaded the game, basically. You can have a little bit of a look around. The screen will be a little bit different every time you log on. Sometimes you're looking directly at the core of the galaxy, sometimes you're not. Okay, here we go. Start the game. I need to initialize.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization. Life support systems activated. Shield kinetic system online.
Right, I can already tell I'm on a bit of a toxic planet. You will always start on a planet with some bad weather.
Scanner damaged. Repair required. Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational. User initialization sequence.
Okay, now straight away I'm going press down and I've gone into my camera mode. Now the reason I've done that is that right at the start of the game here we want to find some yellow flowers like these over here. And we want to get some sodium from them, and what they're going to do is they are going to recharge our hazard protection, and particularly in survival, but even in normal you are going to need a lot of it very quickly, because our ship is somewhere out there and it's going to take us a while to get to it, so we need to survive long enough to get to our ship. So I've totally lost them again, so I'm going to come out, go back in. Alright, if I am facing this direction, and they are in fact right in front of me. Okay, so just up here, that was easy.
Toxic protection falling.
So I'm just taking from these sodium plants. You can see that there's also hazardous plant here. You can actually take some oxygen
Toxic protection falling.
straight out of these things, as long as you don't stand too close when it explodes, you're alright. So I've taken oxygen out of all three of his little pod things, and now I'm just going to destroy him to get more.
Toxic damage detected.
Right, you'll notice I'm getting damaged already by toxicity, so I'm going to recharge the sodium I just took.
Recharge.
Right, and I'm going to go straight into camera mode again, because actually I've just used up my sodium. I want to find some more as soon as possible. Oh, hello. Already there's some crates there. I'm going to go and find what's in those crates, because that might be some sodium and it might be other helpful stuff as well. So that was in this general direction, I think. Yep.
Toxic protection falling.
Okay, I've got a few things there. Oh, I think I see a cave. Do I see a cave? Okay, so I see a cave system and I've gone into it because actually notice that my hazard protection is going back up again. Your hazards don't usually affect you if you're in a cave unless it's really, really tall cave. So caves are a safe place to be from the weather. So now would be a great time to show you scanning stuff, but I need to fix my scanner, so let's have a look at what we need for that. Right, we need some ferrite dust, which we can get from rocks. Shall we see if these rocks, these have got pure ferrite. These are too big for me to destroy without my advanced mining laser. So we need to find some smaller ones. That's going to get me some cobalt, because these are cave rocks and not normal rocks. Might as well have some of this, why not? And let's go over into my exosuit and see what we've got. So we've got the sodium, we've got some carbon, condensed carbon and oxygen. Just going to put them in my preferred order. Yeah, we'll do that. Right, the geodes you can analyse and they'll become something else, usually cobalt or ferrite dust, which is what we're after. You see, I've not really got a lot of slots at the start of the game, but we can expand them later. Same with the ship, it's not got loads. Okay, so from inside this cave, we're not going to find any ferrite dust. Oh, we do have some humming sacks here. Now if I grab that albumen pearl, there's a chance that the sentinels on this planet will go nuts, although I think I'll be safe because it's the start of the game. I don't think they've actually loaded yet. Yeah, I'm safe. Alright, so why not have one of them? That can't hurt. Here we've got some hazardous flora again. These are cave specific ones. And I can't kill it because I don't have the hazmat gauntlets yet, so I just need to stay clear of them. So, does anyone remember where the way out is? If you use your jetpack up against a wall, it won't drain. That's put into place so that you don't ever end up stuck in a ditch, basically. You might notice my jetpack's a little bit more powerful than yours. That's purely because I completely forgot to take my jetpack mod off before I started this. My apologies. Ah, this is quite handy. These structures give you navigation data, which we will need later. But I'm already getting sidetracked. We need some sodium and we need... this is dihydrogen, that's going to come in handy. We need some sodium and some ferrite dust from some rocks. Going to need the sodium quite soon as my stuff's already running out. So let's have a look, see if we can find some rocks. This build camera little thing is quite handy. Right, there's lots of little rocks over there, we might get what we need from them. Yeah, maybe we've got some ferrite dust. Get ourselves a little bit more carbon. Alright, so that's another geode, that's going to give us ferrite dust. Excellent. Oh, I gained a drop pod coordinate data somehow, I don't know how I got that.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Right, okay. So I'm just using stuff I've got to recharge a little bit. So I now desperately need to find some of the sodium plants. So I'm going to get a bit more ferrite dust quickly because I want to repair my scanner because it will help me find those. Another geode, crikey, so all the geodes. Right, now I'm going to go over to my multi-tool. You can see I've got enough ferrite dust to fix it now. Okay, so now scan to locate sodium. Alright, you'll see it's marked some over there. Some there. And it wants me to recharge my hazard protection again. So there we go. A little bit here as well. Now the stuff that you've scanned won't stay marked forever. It does have a timeout. Okay, so our next mission then is to go and find our ship, which is over here. You can see see some other ships flying around. Now you see that it's not particularly close, but it's also not massively miles away. Okay. So, always worth interacting with some of these things. Get some extra items. Right, I'm going to remove that rusted metal. I don't really need to keep it. Give me some sodium nitrate, that'll be handy. Now I can't access these things yet without an Atlas pass, which we'll get later on. Now it wants me to interact with the distress beacon, so let's do that. We're going to broadcast. Okay, and now we're going to go into our ship. Now while you're in your ship, you are safe from the hazards on the planet. Nothing can really hurt you while you're in your ship. Launch thrusters offline, pulse engine offline. I find myself on a strange new world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here, no sense of a before. But this ship at least seems to recognise me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I am not dead yet, and this ship is a lifeline out to the stars. Let's read the log. Suggestion: pilot should perform maintenance. Select desired repair path. So we're going to repair ship systems. Right, so that's telling us how to fix our pulse engine, which is this one. So I need a hermetic seal and a metal plating, and then for the launch thruster I need pure ferrite and dihydrogen jelly. So we're going to click on empty slot. Now we can already do the dihydrogen jelly because I've picked up enough dihydrogen for that. So we're going to install that one straight away. Now I don't quite have the pure ferrite yet, unfortunately. Hermetic seal, metal plating. Metal plating, use the ferrite dust. It straight away. So hermetic seal, that's a bit of a problem because I don't have the blueprint for it by the looks of it. So if we hop out, now hopping out created a save point for us. That's an auto save rather than a manual save, which we'll do later. Okay, repair pulse engine metal plating, which I've done. Repair pulse engine hermetic seal. I'm just going to get back in for a second. Right, so now it's saying that it's going to help us to find a hermetic seal. Hermetic seal nearby. Salvage planetary chart from distress beacon cache. So we go back to the distress beacon and take the planetary chart. Okay. Now we're going to use the planetary chart, and it's marked somewhere for us. Now that's a fair distance away, so I'm going to have a look around for some more sodium, hopefully. I thought I'd seen sodium there, but apparently not. Let's use my scanner, that makes it easier. Okay, it would appear to be stuck in there, that's very annoying. Nothing wrong getting some extra carbon. Okay. And before we go running anywhere, let's just let our hazard protection recharge. While it's doing that, let's take a look in here. So your log shows you your main missions, and all the little sub-missions come up down the bottom here. I'm not going to change that at the moment. This is your milestones, so you get how much you've walked and how many aliens you've met, words you've learnt, how much money you've got, how many ships you've destroyed, how many sentinels you've destroyed, how long you've lasted on extreme worlds, how many different star systems you've gone to, and how many different planets you've found all of the alien life on. That's the animal life, the fauna. Over in the catalogue, it basically shows you what items you've come across and which ones you have got the blueprints for. The blueprint symbol there appears if you've got it. You might notice that mine is filled out. That's because I've already played the game before, and it sort of goes across the different saves. But as you can see, even though my other saves have got blueprints for everything, that's not the case here. Discoveries. If you're on a planet, it will automatically go onto that planet's discoveries. Now, we haven't really scanned anything yet, so nothing's in each of these sections, as you can see. If we come out of it slightly, it goes to the star system and each of the planets that we've been to in it, which are all of this. This is telling me that the dominant life form here is Gek, of Gek Korvax or Vy'keen. It's a very dangerous system when it comes to conflict, and it focuses trade-wise on mining, and it's doing quite well for itself. It's comfortable. It was discovered by me today, and that's its current name. Now let's see if it'll let us rename it yet. Here we go, rename and upload. So let's call it, let's be really imaginative and go First Planet. Okay, now I just got some nanite clusters, that's these up here, for uploading it. And if we rename and upload this one, First System. Again, some more nanite clusters for that. This little button down here will upload everything all at once, but it won't let you rename them. Okay, let's get on with it. Oh, I've lost it that direction. Okay, so remember we are going to go find a hermetic seal, or possibly the blueprint for it, I forget. Right, so the downside to using your jetpack so much is that it destroys your life support if you haven't leveled up. Okay, so we're going to go in here, and right here we have a hollow archive. Okay, recover supplies. Okay, so it literally gave me a hermetic seal right there. So I have not yet gained... Oh, I have. Yeah, it also gave me the blueprint. Okay, that's alright then. So, I'm too far away from my ship to do anything about it now, so I'm going to go back. That's interesting. Where was it? La, 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 la.
Toxic protection falling.
Never turn down a chance to pick up some sodium. It is always going to be helpful. Where on earth was my ship? I have absolutely no idea which direction my ship was in, so I'm going to go inside for a second. Ah, there we go. It's because it wants us to use our analysis visor. Just going to let my hazard protection go back up. Okay. So, can't use our analysis visor just yet because it needs building. So let's go back inside. So we're going to build it here. And it requires carbon nanotubes. So let's make that, shall we? It's out of just a little bit of carbon. Excellent. Okay, so now we are able to scan stuff, to analyse stuff, and we get rewarded for it. So if I scan this rock, for example, and what's more, the stuff that we have scanned, sometimes you can get a secondary element from. So now that I've scanned it, if I mine this, I won't just get ferrite dust, I'll also get ammonia. But I am looking for my ship. Oh, there's a knowledge stone, let's go to that. My ship is now marked, as you can see. Oh my lord, there's a storm. So, we don't want a storm. Storm is bad news. Accept knowledge. Yep, I took damage there, that's not good. Let me in! Yeah, I obviously didn't do a very good job of turning mods off before I started, because that was 10 different words at once there. You usually only get one word. Right. I should now be able to repair my pulse engine, because I've made that hermetic seal. Right. So now my ship has the ability to move, but it doesn't have the ability to take off. So we need some dihydrogen jelly and some pure ferrite. Now I do believe I did the dihydrogen jelly, yep, so it's gone straight to the pure ferrite part. Fortunately the storm has now stopped. Okay, so now to make the pure ferrite, because if you remember we couldn't get the pure ferrite from the big rocks without, there you go, without the advanced mining laser. So to make it, we are going to place down a refiner. I'm just going to go inside to the cave where it's a little bit safer from the weather. There we go. Right, refiners transform simple materials and hold more charge. Refined materials hold more charge. Advanced technologies require refined materials. So, construct a portable refiner. Now, currently that's all that's being offered to me. Can change the colour of it. Ah, I need a metal plating. Okay, then we're going to go into it. First we need to power it, so we're going to put a little bit of carbon in. Took all of my carbon, that's very annoying. Alright, I don't actually have enough ferrite dust yet. So, I'm going to pick it back up, and get my carbon back. Let's have a bit more carbon as well. Let's do it from a distance, so I'm not actually getting killed by the weather. Oh, why not? Why not have a bit more cobalt? Let's analyse it then. Ah, bonus! I can get a bit more pure ferrite out of these. So I might not even have to refine it. but let's do it properly anyway. So, what did I need? I've already forgotten what I needed. It was more ferrite dust, wasn't it?
Toxic protection. Falling.
Okay. Let's put down the refiner. Put a little bit of fuel in. And the ferrite dust. In fact, I don't really want all of the ferrite dust, so let's show you how to change the stack size. So it's up and down to change the stack size, or you can quick split it, which just does it exactly in half. Okay, and now I'm going to put that in my exosuit. Going to make sure I remember to pick it back up, so I get my carbon back and my portable refiner back. Okay, might as well refill my life support while I'm here. Right, my starship's out of range again, so I need to go a little bit closer.
Component repaired. Technology repaired.
Okay. Launch systems online. I now have the ability to take off. Seek answers among the stars. So let's take off. And as you can see, I can now travel around the planet. There's some sort of building. I think that's where we went to get our hermetic seal. And we can go out into space. Now, personally, I'm not a fan of this view, so I'm going to go over, switch to third person. Right, so test the thrust, done. Test the boost, done. And now to test the pulse. So this is pulse drive. Okay, we have ourselves an incoming transmission. You are not alone. Follow the broadcast ends as strangely as it began. The final piece of the signal appears to be a set of planetary coordinates. Input coordinate data.
Alert. Navigational data received.
And it's on a different planet to where we were before. And when you use pulse drive, like it says, it autopilots to any markers that you're looking towards, so it will drive us there. I'm going to bring the video to a close there, and we will do the rest in a little while in the next video. Have a nice day. Goodbye.